Good evening, Warjeepers. This is ManongGuard. I just got a copy of Marvel Crisis Protocol. I think this is the first in the Philippines. Brought in by Gears and Games. Mang hooked me up. I wanted to do an unboxing before I fall asleep. So it's past midnight right now and it's been a long work day. But I'm sure a lot of you are excited to see what the box contains, how it compares to other miniatures. So I'll try to do that very quickly. I'm in my studio. Ignore the mess. We'll get to it. And I'll bring out my night models as well. Here's the Marvel Crisis Protocol box. Core box at least. Comes with a bunch of models. There's a photo at the back. Let's take a look at the content. So it says it has 10 character miniatures, 10 bases, 1 daily bugle, stand, 2 cars, 2 dumpsters. Oh, so it has, I didn't know that, it has terrain that comes with it. Traffic lights, lampposts, and then tokens and all the, I guess, the rules and the boards as well. Because this is a card based, well, all the stats are coming in cards. So that's a very modern approach to board gaming. Let me just get my knife and open this baby up. Right, so we'll see what's packed into this box. It's kind of light. I was expecting something heavier, what with all the models that comes with it. So let's take a look at that. That's Dr. Octopus, Captain Marvel, Ultron, Spider-Man, Crossbones, it's not Bane, Red Skull, Black Widow, Captain America, Iron Man, and Baron Zemo. So classic Avengers villains, plus Spider-Man and Doc Ock as his counterpart. I'm hoping they sustain this line. I used to collect a lot of the Marvel Knight miniatures models. Unfortunately, when I started collecting them, they already lost the license. So they have moved on to create DCEU, or well, they call it this DC Universe, DCEU. And tokens fell. Let me just open this up and then show you the contents. When you open the box, this is what it looks like. It comes with a rule book, or how to learn to play. So this might not be a comprehensive rule book. FFG has taken that approach recently in the Legion starter. For example, it comes with a learn to play, how to play kind of guide. But a reference guide is available online for all the comprehensive rules. Maybe the approach is the same for Marvel Crisis Protocol. Then you have a bunch of cards. We'll look at that later. Those are the stat cards for the heroes. And then a token sheet. And a lot of tokens there. Ooh, wow, that's pretty nice. So terrain pieces come in sprues. You have to cut them out and then glue them together and paint them. I love terrain. I don't have a lot of modern terrain. Wow, those are the bases. I think they have scenic bases, or at least textured bases. And then I guess these are, oh, it's more terrain, and then that looks like Ultron. Right, and then we have more terrain. Some characters here. So the characters take up just a few of the baggies. I think maybe 1 sprue per character, not a lot of them. And then more cards. So I don't know what those do. And the set of dice. I think this should come with some measuring devices as well. Okay, it's underneath the box. Oh, cars! Wow, we can use that in Spectre Ops and BMG, I guess. I think the scale's pretty close. Oop, oop. Car fell. And then some measuring sticks. I'll compare these to the Legion measuring sticks. We'll see how it compares and we'll decide whether you can use that or not instead of these, right? Because you have to buy these or the core set. Alright. I opened up some of the contents of the box just to show you comparisons with Star Wars Legion measuring devices, and bottom line, they're not the same. This is a long and a 3. That's very different. The distance, so you can't use your Star Wars Legion measuring devices. at least for the movement. They kind of bend in the same area, but the overall length is different. The medium and the 2 are also slightly different. And then finally, the 1s are very different. The short and 1. Right. Now, it also comes with 4, I don't know, these are probably range measurement devices. So 2 is actually a 3-inch length measure, and a 3 is a 6, so times 2, right? That's a 6. Yep. And then a 4, where's the 4? Is an 8, and a 5 is a 10. Right. So it's double the 3, the 4, and the 5, and then 1.5 of the 2. So this is a 3, a 6, an 8, and a 10. I don't know how to use them, but they come with the box. Now, looking through the rule book, I'll just flip through. I checked, it's around 33 pages of rules, I guess, and descriptions. The actual rules end somewhere on the 37, yeah, 35. It ends on page 35, and then the rest are descriptions of the characters, some blurbs, and then assembly instructions. Full color, really nice. I don't know how it reads, but it looks really good. Kind of vintage. The artwork's kind of vintage, especially on these cards. So these cards feature 2 poses for each character. I guess the blue side is the fresh side, and the red side is the damaged side, I guess. Haven't read through the rules, but I am guessing these are powers. Yeah, and the what? Yeah, these are probably passives. No, they have cost. I don't know. I guess everything is a power, I guess. Right, so it comes with Ultron, Spider-Man, Red Skull, Iron Man, Doc Ock, Crossbones, Captain Marvel, Captain America, Black Widow, and Baron Zemo. I also got the Wave 1 boxes, so I have a MODOK here. Excited to assemble that. And my favorite character of all, I have 3 tattoos of the Hulk on my body, so this is the Hulk. Well, on second thought, I will do that in another video probably tomorrow. I'm kind of sleepy. It's past 1 a.m. and there's work tomorrow. And the assembly instructions seem to show that it's an intricate assembly, not as bad as, say, Malifaux, which is the worst. I love the models, but the assembly is unnecessarily difficult. That's it. That's a Crisis Protocol Marvel. I think it's the first few copies to arrive in the Philippines. Again, I got mine from Gears and Games. Compliments of Mang, and delivered by friendly neighborhood June Ubay. Right. I'll paint these up as quickly as I can. So many games. It's getting difficult to keep track of all the rules. So I play like more than 50 systems, I think. Anyway, that's ManongGuard. I hope this was helpful in assisting your decision or informing your decision whether or not you're going to get Crisis Protocol. To me, it's a shoe-in. I mean, it's Marvel. No matter how crappy the game is, if it is crappy at all. I haven't read any reviews. It's still going to be Marvel miniatures. Good morning. It's the next day. Still haven't shaved. I was able to get a couple of hours of sleep in, so I woke up at 6 a.m. for my meds and spent the last 2 hours watching Team Covenant and assembling some of the Crisis Protocol models. So first and foremost, the basic models, or the smaller models, do fit on that Citadel standard paint handle or model handle, I don't know what you call it. Not on the circular part of it, but on the squarish part of it at least. This is Crossbones. As you can see, I've only been able to assemble 4, 6, 7 models in 2 freaking hours. I'm not the best at assembly. I really hate it, as some of you may know. I have Spider-Man, Crossbones, I showed you. Oh, damn it. So look at that. Captain Marvel's arm fell off. I had to reglue that. Contact points are really small. Good thing they're plastics, or it's not as bad as like old Malifaux or even old Night Model minis. Red Skull. I have Iron Man right here. Black Widow. There you go. And Baron Zemo. So I still have to assemble one more small model, which is Captain America, and then two large ones, Doc Ock and what's the other one? Ultron. So they have larger bases. These are their bases. And then I will move on to assemble Hulk and MODOK after that. Now I brought out some of my older Marvel Night Models minis just so you can compare the size. Let's do Black Widow. No, let's do Baron Zemo. You'll see that it's much taller than Gambit right here. Gambit's a fair representation of a normal sized male. Baron Zemo is much larger than him. The base is also huge compared to Night Model's slipped bases. Oh, that arm's gonna fall off, so I have to reglue that as well. It's been in storage for quite a while. Now I do have all the Avengers, but I haven't assembled any of them. They're still in their blister, so we'll make do with some X-Men here. Okay. Then we have someone who's a little bit larger, Sabretooth, and we'll compare that to, I don't know, Crossbones. Let me just compare him to Crossbones or Bane. Yeah, so Crossbones is slightly larger. Sabretooth is taller actually, but of course he's leaning forward, so he's slightly larger. If imagine if he was upright, he'd be taller, right? So that's the scale. And then lastly, someone similarly posed, you have Rogue. You'll see that the X-Men from Night Models are 80s X-Men. I know Ash of Guerrilla War Games, Guerrilla Miniature Games, loves the 80s X-Men. And see how Captain Marvel towers over her. Similarly posed. Of course, not just the model itself, but the base is larger, and then there's a higher the rock is taller for Crisis Protocol. So that's who we have. My voice is still breaking up. It's early in the morning. Well, it's kind of late, so it's 8 a.m. I have to cook breakfast now. I'll try to finish assembling all the models within the day, get some of them painted up, and hopefully play some games on the weekend. So that was the Marvel Crisis Protocol unboxing. For more minis related content, please like this video, subscribe to our War Jeepney YouTube channel and our Facebook page. This is a clean shaven ManongGuard signing out.